Hi you guys, it's Kathy here. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial using our Sculpting Trio and our BB Flawless creams. I love these creams. They're so ultra moisturizing. For those of you that don't know what they are, it is just simply it's a light moisturizer for your face, a light tinted moisturizer for your face. So I have a lot to cover up, right? Like I have this really dark circle here and it goes kind of over my eyelid. And then of course I have dark circles around my eyes. And I thought at first I wasn't gonna be able to use this, but hello, I was totally wrong, and I'm gonna show you a trick. So I'm gonna apply this and just put my face together so you can kind of see what it is that I do. And you wanna shake this because it's like it's a lotion. And I live in the desert, and so my skin is like super dry. Like I can't even, it's just crazy dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit here in the back of my hand, okay? And this is honey. So I'm gonna take my blending buds and I'm just going to wet them and squeeze out the excess water. And I'm going to mix a little bit of velour concealer, and you'll see in here. See, very little bit. I'm just going to mix that in there. And what that does is that gives me the added coverage that I need to cover up this dark circle without making this super heavy. So that's kind of awesome. I love it. Okay, so now that I have on my BB cream, I am going to pull out the Sculpting Trio. And just so you guys know, I didn't really focus too much under my eyes because I'm going to go back and I'm gonna highlight, and that's really gonna brighten up my eyes. So all I was really interested is getting that initial base coat over my face. All right, so I'm gonna use our contour brush, okay? The angled side of our contour brush. It's totally awesome. If you guys don't have this, you really need to get it. It's just amazing. Okay, and I'm going to take the dark color, and I'm using the Sculpting Trio in medium. And I'm just going to put some on my brush. Any area that I want to really like make a little slender, I'm going to put this. Okay, so this would normally go in the hollows of your cheeks. I have a super round face, like super, right? Even when I do this, you can't really see like the hollows of my cheeks. It's just like, I've got chipmunk cheeks and I don't know what to say. So I just put it right here where I kind of would like for this to be smaller, okay? Nothing fancy. Do the same thing right here. I love this color. And the reason that I went with the medium is because I wanted a darker contour. So I normally am the shade Taffeta, and Younique recommends that you get the light sculpting set, Sculpting Trio, but I felt that that was just going to be too light, so I went one shade up to the medium, and it's worked great for me. So this just kind of gives you that nice like little pouty look. Accentuates your bottom lip. Okay, now I really got to make my nose smaller because look at it, it's ginormous. So I'm just gonna go down the sides of it. And you guys, this is super easy, right? I mean, it just blends all out anyways. So you just play with it until you find something that works for you. And if you're intimidated by the Sculpting Trio set, because honestly I was at first, you can always do the other highlight and contour set that we have, which is all BB creams. So the great thing about this is that, you know, for those of you that don't like the BB creams, you can use this with the liquid foundation, the pressed powders, any foundation that you want. So that's the good thing about the Sculpting Trio. But I love the BB creams, so I actually have the highlight and contour in the BB creams too, because they're just they're awesome, you guys. I can't say that enough. Okay, so now I have that on, right? I've got my Abe Lincoln chin strap to kind of make that a little bit more narrow. I've got my cheeks contoured, my nose is contoured, my forehead is contoured. Okay, and all I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this center section here and highlight a couple of areas with the flat end of my brush, okay? And I'm just lightly kind of coating over it, just so you guys know. I'm not, because I am going to use my concealer and really brighten this area up, okay? So I'm just gonna try to put this all there. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my other blending bed, okay? I use this for my blush, and I'm gonna wet it a little bit, okay? Wet, wet, wet. And I'm going to take a little bit of blush here, and I'm just gonna dab the end of my blending bed in there till it gets a little bit on there. And then I'm gonna kind of go in a line across right here where I'd like for it to be a little pink, right? Add a little touch of color. I love it. I'm using the color Sweet. You might decide you want something else depending on your day and what you're wearing. There's a really pretty vibrant blush that we have. I can't remember the name of it, but I really want it. Okay. All right, so then there's that. And now I'm going to take my little blending bed here. Okay, I'm gonna wet it just like I did before. And I'm going to take my Skin Perfecting Concealer in Scarlet, and I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to highlight those areas that I need to make a little brighter, like under my eyes. And don't forget, we're gonna blend all of this out, so. It looks a little bright right now, but it won't stay that way. And I'm gonna go up the bridge of my nose. Again, just a little bit, goes a long way. And I'm gonna highlight here on my forehead, my T-zone. Okay, see? Super easy. And I'm going to, again, highlight under here. And if you recall, this is the side that needed highlighting the most, because this is where the dark discoloration is that I have on my face, and the dark circles. They're really prominent on this side of my face. Okay, and see, you just need a very little bit, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna highlight right here. I'm gonna highlight my chin. And this area. So now I have it all on, okay? And look, I used all of it and had a little extra actually. Okay, so all I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take my powder puff brush, okay? It's awesome. And I'm going to just blend in. Now I start from my chin and I work my way up, and you just take it in a circular motion and blend it in. And blend into the hairline. I'm getting hair going across my face. Okay. So, see? I've got a little bit of the pink there. My cheeks are contoured. And my nose looks a little smaller, as does my forehead. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the Malibu Beachfront bronzer, okay? And I'm just going to take a little bit and kind of go back over my forehead here, because I don't feel like it's as dark as I would have liked for it to be. And I'm just going to go back over with my little blending bed here. Brighten things up a little bit more. Okay, and that's it. The only other thing that I normally do, and that's just to set the concealer, is I take the pressed powder in Scarlet. Has this nice little cover here. My powder puff brush, okay? Put a little bit of that on there, and then I just go over my eyes. And that's just to set the concealer. You don't have to do this. It's just something that I do. Okay, and down the bridge of my nose. All right, and so then the only other thing there is left to do is use the illuminator, which is this one right here. Whew. Just about dropped that on my shirt. Okay, and I'm gonna take my blending bed. You can take your finger if you want. I just got a little bit on the end. You see how it's like sparkly, okay? And I'm just going to put it in areas that I'd like to bring a little more, well, actually I'm not sure if it's like emphasis or what, but it makes it a nice, pretty shimmery color. When the sun hits it, it's so pretty. Again, I'm not a professional makeup artist, just a girl who likes to play in makeup. Sometimes I don't always know what I'm doing. Most of the time I don't. Okay, and there you have it. So that was the Sculpting Trio, the BB cream, and the concealer. All right, I hope you guys have a good day.